creep up in your house. Will you didn't hear me walk in? Pistol to the pillow. All that pillow talking. Was popping slime? Fucking with these killers. Popping all these somas. Fucking up our livers. 3 different pills. 4 different pills. Now that's a combo. And my kush fruity. Like a pack of Mambos. Look, with this rap shit, I'll murder y'all. You pay me for a feature? That's a murder charge. If I point it at you, you know it's cocked and loaded. I'll throw you in my trunk. Hope you ain't claustrophobic. They call me Wolf, bitch. I pick your bones. Niggas sneak this and still want me on this song.
Let's go, bro. You already know, bitch. Congratulations, Bob. You already know. Keep your foot on these niggas' necks out there. Flame gang, Bob gang. You already know the same thing. YM ain't shit changed, sir. Nigga be on zone, you hear me? They go fuck shit up like we been doing, you hear me? Try to hold it down while I'm back here, you hear me? While I'm in college right now, you hear me? Picking my feet up. I'm picking my feet up right now. Flame gang, go gang, ain't shit changed. You hear me? From the south to the east side.
Yeah.
We're learning more this afternoon about the rapper arrested in Baton Rouge accused of a double murder in New Orleans East. The suspect is 23-year-old Widner Degruy. According to reports, he's signed to Lil Wayne's Young Money entertainment label. The suspect faces 2 counts of second-degree murder in connection to the killings of 2 brothers in New Orleans on Memorial Day. Reports indicate another 18-year-old suspect in this case was arrested over the weekend.
Widner Degruy, a Young Money artist, told the jury in his second-degree murder trial that he did not kill 2 brothers in New Orleans East on Memorial Day 2015, nor did he have any reason to do so. He had recorded with Kendrick Bishop, another local rapper who went by the name Muddy Cup Buddy. He met Kendrick Bishop through his brother Kendrick. He insisted he had no beef with the brothers. Degruy said he even attended a candlelight vigil for the Bishops after they were killed. He brushed off a story that his co-defendant, Jonathan Lil Joe Evans, told the jury on Thursday. He wanted the Bishop brothers dead because they had shattered a window in his girlfriend's car and stole $8,000 and 2 guns a week earlier. Degruy said it was Evans who had a problem with Kendrick Bishop, though he didn't understand why. He said Evans told him Kendrick Bishop was one of Evans' ops, slang for enemy, when they ran into Bishop after a Dipset show at the Howlin' Wolf music venue. Investigators considered Degruy a suspect within a day of the killings because he gave them inconsistent stories during an 8-hour interview at police headquarters. He had agreed to speak with detectives after an officer approached him at the crime scene and spotted his phone next to the black Kia Cadenza in which the brothers were killed. The night before the killings, Flo and the Bishop brothers attended a Lil Wayne concert in Mobile, Alabama. Evans testified he, too, attended, riding there and back with Widner. Evans, 22, pleaded guilty in 2015 to manslaughter in the brothers' deaths and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He testified against Flo as part of his plea deal. Surveillance video of the shooting showed 2 silhouettes running down Pressburg Street, prosecutors said. Then one person returned and looked inside the car. That person walked around the car, he said, then ran back in the direction he initially fled. Prosecutors said that person was Evans returning to the scene to look for Flo's phone. Flo spent about 2.5 hours on the witness stand, about half of the time answering questions from Assistant District Attorney Alex Kalinda. He asked why Flo told inconsistent stories to police both at the homicide scene and at police headquarters. The defendant testified he lied to police because he was scared. If he ratted out Evans, he said, he'd likely be killed. The reason his phone was inside the crime scene, Flo said, was that Evans had been using it the night before the murders to play music that Evans had recorded for Flo and the Bishop brothers at the home of Flo's mother after the shooting. Flo said Evans couldn't find the phone, so went back to the scene to look for it. Flo's mother, Chantel Edwards, testified against him during the trial, helping implicate him as one of the 2 gunmen who opened fire on the Bishop brothers. She agreed to testify as part of an agreement to see her accessory to murder reduced to a misdemeanor. After police left her house the morning of May 25, Edwards said she went to Flo's room where she spotted 2 guns on the bed. She said she almost passed out at the sight of a big black gun. She was frantically scared, she said, and called her husband. He grabbed the comforter along with everything that was on top of it, threw it on the back of their truck, and they left to get rid of the guns. Edwards was indicted and has pleaded guilty to being an accessory after the fact to second-degree murder in the Bishop's deaths. According to a plea deal read in court, she withdrew her plea to that felony charge and pled guilty to misdemeanor aiding and abetting since she continued to cooperate and tell the truth. Edwards continued to cry as she stepped off the witness stand and looked at Flo while mouthing, "I love you," as she walked out of the courtroom. The mother of the brothers said in her victim impact statement she was glad Flo left his phone at the scene, and she was glad the jury saw through his lies. She called him a sloppy murderer and said she was glad her family received justice. Flo wore an orange jumpsuit in court and appeared agitated and upset. As the prosecutor began to read the mother's statement, Flo wiped a stack of papers off a sheriff deputy's desk, knocking them to the floor. The deputies took him away, but quickly brought him back after the attorneys objected. Calenda said he wanted Flo in court to hear from the Bishop brothers' family. Defense attorney C. Gary Wainwright said Flo was required to be present for his sentencing hearing. A judge sentenced Flo to life without benefit of parole on each of the second-degree murder charges and to 30 years in prison for conspiracy to commit murder. She gave him 40 years for obstruction of justice and 30 years for conspiracy to obstruct justice.